Armut sir, good evening, sir.
Sir, good evening. Good evening. Sir, Tangaraj sir, good evening, sir.
Sir, good evening, sir. ஒர்க் முடிஞ்சாங்க சார் போயிட்டு இருக்கா
ஒர்க்கு அது இல்ல ஒர்க்கு முடியல. இன்னைக்கு வேலையை முடிச்சுட்டு போயிட்டாங்க.
ஓகே ஓகே.
அது இன்னும் ஒரு மினிமம் ஒரு 2 நாள் இருக்கும் சார்.
ஓகே ஓகே சார்.
நாளைக்கு கொஞ்சம் அந்த லெவல் பண்றாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் அதுக்கு ஒரு ரீடைனிங் வால் ஒன்னு கட்டணும்.
சார் இல்ல லைவ் ஸ்ட்ரீம் பண்ணிட்டு அப்டேட்டுக்கு நம்ம
ஓகே ஓகே.
நான் இப்பதான் கவனிச்சேன்.
இப்பயே லைவ் ஸ்ட்ரீம் பண்ணிட்டாரா?
ஆமா லைவ்ல தான் இருக்கு. Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am.
Ma'am, good evening. Armugam.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Fine, ma'am, fine.
Sir.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Ma'am, I am Davamani. Good evening, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
Fine, ma'am. Arumugam, sir, shall we start, sir?
Start பண்ணிடலாமா madam? Okay, well.
Okay, sir.
Okay, well. Good evening to everyone. It's a pleasure to witness the 36th webinar in the Engineers Talk series organized by IEI Salem Local Center in commemoration of its 30th anniversary milestone celebrations. To welcome the chief guest and the gathering, I would like to invite the chairman of IEI Salem Local Center. Sir, please.
So thank you, sir. Respected today's chief guest and keynote speaker, Dr. M. Geeta ma'am, our beloved honorary secretary, Dr. C. Damani ma'am, engineer Arun sir, VP Singh sir, Samidas sir, Muthuswamy sir, respected members of our IEA family, distinguished guests, participants, friends, and students, and our IEA office staff, Engineer T. Thiagu. Good evening and a warm welcome to all of you. On behalf of the Institution of Engineers Serum Local Center, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to the 36th webinar of our Engineers Talk series, organized as part of our 30th anniversary celebrations. Today, we have gathered to celebrate not just a milestone of our institution, but also to share knowledge and insights that are pivotal to our profession. Over the past 3 decades, IEA Serum Local Center has been a beacon of excellence, fostering innovation and providing a platform for engineers to learn, share, and grow. This journey has been marked by significant achievements, dedicated service, and a commitment to the engineering community. We are honored to have with us today a distinguished guest and keynote speaker, Dr. M. Geeta ma'am, former principal of CSI Polytechnic College, Salem. Dr. Geeta ma'am has had a remarkable career in education, contributing significantly to the academic and professional development of numerous students. Her insights and experience are invaluable, and we are eagerly looking forward to her talk on From Blueprint to Dream Home. Ma'am's extensive experience and achievements in the field of education and her dedication to fostering industry academia collaborations have greatly enriched the educational landscape. Ma'am's lecture will take us through the comprehensive process of building a home, from the initial blueprint to the final realization of your dream home, covering critical aspects such as land acquisition, legal considerations, construction challenges, and project completion. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to ma'am for accepting our invitation to be the keynote speaker for this webinar. We are all set to benefit immensely from her vast knowledge and experience. I also wish to thank our members and participants for their continued support and active participation in our events. Your engagement is what makes our initiatives successful and meaningful. Lastly, I would like to acknowledge the effort of the organizing committee and Mr. T. Thiagu, who have worked tirelessly to make this event possible. Thank you all for joining us this evening. I hope you find today's session enlightening and engaging. Now, without further ado, let us warmly welcome Dr. M. Geeta ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for welcoming the guests and the gathering. Now, it's my pleasure and privilege to introduce Dr. Geeta Kennedy, ma'am, former principal of CSI Polytechnic College, Salem. She began her journey with a diploma in civil engineering in the year 1984, followed by a BE in Civil Engineering in 1991, ME in the year 1997, MBA in the year 2005, MSc in Counseling and Psychotherapy in 2011, and a PhD in the year 2012. She has started her professional career as a draftsman in the year 1984 in CSI Polytechnic College, Salem, and advanced through roles as associate lecturer, and head of the Department of Civil Engineering before taking charge as principal of the institution in the year 2010. During her tenure as principal, she received numerous awards from professional societies such as IEI, ISGE, and various government bodies. She also hosted many programs for the benefit of students and the society. Her dedication and commitment towards work have greatly enriched the educational experience of the students. With these words of introduction, I would like to invite the chief guest of today, Dr. Geeta Kennedy, to deliver on the topic from blueprint to dream house. Over to you, ma'am, please.
Good evening, sir. Good evening to all. On behalf of myself and family members, I would like to thank the Institution of Engineers for having given me the chance for presenting this paper. Especially, I have to thank the chairman for he has given the topic itself. I was wondering in what topic I could give the presentation. He has actually coined a very beautiful heading, Blueprint to Dream House. So actually, I selected this topic in order to suggest some points, because building a house, all must be knowing what to do, what not to do. But specifically, I want to point out some of the points, as many of you here in this platform, in this forum, are teachers or in the field. So the points, whatever I would like to add, will be a beneficial one to all. So at this juncture, I thank the chairman, the Honorable Secretary, committee member Satish Kumar sir, Dr. Kumarvel sir, and the subcommittee member Arubugam sir, committee member Mr. Selvan, and all other members and the participants. I would like to once again thank all of you and greet you. Actually, many of you would be knowing about construction of your house. So while I was thinking about the topic blueprint to dream house, actually getting a house of our own, this is actually, there are many methods. We can buy a plot, construct a building, and get into the and dwell in the house. Otherwise, even we can get a flat in the apartments. But getting a flat in the apartment or buying a ready-made house will not be of it will not give a taste to us. So constructing a building of our own to our taste, to our ideas, it is a pleasant venture. It is a challenging one. But it gives a rewarding experience. And even though those who are constructing may not be civil engineers, but they can learn about the construction, design, and the importance of the hard work, because actually we will be having a saying in Tamil, we take a tipar, kalyanate pandipar. So it is a heavy task, work will be there. So by construction, one will be able to know, will come across the hard work one has to toil, right from laying the foundation and till the finishing touches is being made in the building. We have to toil much, and every step of the project is a laborious one, but it is a lovable one. If we like it, if we love it, automatically we will be having our dream house to our taste. So next slide. As we all know, many of you will be knowing, there are several steps in construction of the house, right from surveying, like all other engineering works. This civil engineering construction work also involves many steps like surveying, fixing the building area, fixing a builder or contractor, budgeting, getting the approval for the building, and the initial arrangements that are to be made, construction of the substructure, superstructure, and completing the work, building work with all the finishing works. And the challenges that would be faced in designing and planning. The main challenge will be in proper selection of the site. We have to select the site and the plot area to be decided based on the area of the building what we are going to own, and also it should suit the opinions, ideas of the family members, because each one will be having an individual idea. They would like to have their ideas to be implemented in the house. So we have to satisfy all the opinions and ideas, and avoiding the construction struggle that we will be meeting in the construction phase. And many of us will be would have come across while the construction is going on, there might be changes, or we will be forced to make changes in the plan in the middle of the work. And so having all this, bearing all this in mind, we have to take a final decision, and after full satisfaction of the entire family members, we have to make a final decision regarding the plan what we are going to do. And everyone in the field will be knowing the main thing, the main problem will be in the financial commitment only. So while the initial works are being carried out, the budget what we are expecting may not be the one while the building is being ended. So we have to face financial crisis also in the middle. So bearing everything in the mind, we should prepare the budget also. And permitting and documentation is very, very important. Before commencing the work, we have to do prior work, like beginning of the construction process itself. We have to have a proper plan. Like in civil engineering, we will be having a PERT CPM network, wherein we can decide about the works that can be carried out simultaneously, so that the period of construction may be as per our plan or thinking. Because when the period of construction exceeds the limit, automatically that also results in the construction budget cost that may be increased because of the delayed construction or the lengthier period of construction. So that also should be we have to bear in mind. And before that, now the regulations has also been changed. Approval for the building should be obtained before we are going into the project. And while planning, we should think that proper ventilation and air circulation is there, because in many of the houses we are coming across proper ventilation and air circulation is not there. In basic civil engineering, we will be having ideas how to face the building, in what ways the windows or ventilators should be placed so that proper ventilation is there inside the building. This automatically reduce the cost of electricity or the maintenance charges that would be occurring in later stages. So proper ventilation and air circulation is the main thing that should be considered while planning is done. And for proper project schedule, effective utilization on resources, manpower is very, very essential. The resources, what all is needed, we have to plan where we are going to get, what will be the resultant from the resources what we are going to get, and how we are going to use the manpower without any wastage. And the proper sequential order of construction is also necessary. As I said earlier, considering the PERT CPM network, we have to design in what ways we can do the works parallelly without any extra timing or wastage of money. And as I said earlier, the budgeting, initial budgeting may be an amount, but as the work is progressing or the work is going on, definitely there might be hikes in the rates. That may be because of the escalation of prices, or that may be because of the extra works we will be coming across, like furnitures, windows, or the home appliances we need for the building, and the landscaping work, interiors, exteriors, what all we are expecting that when we are going to implement, that will add to the cost of the building. So we should not become panic whenever the cost is going on. We should be prepared to spend for the unforeseen items or escalation of prices that we will be facing. So many of them must have gone across such a period during this pandemic period, the corona period. Whoever had started the building before corona, after Corona, automatically the cost of the building, somewhere it ended up nearly more than 50% or 60% of the actual estimated amount. So actually, I wanted to mainly focus on the other coming two slides only, choosing the right material. While choosing the materials, we should be very careful because many damages are being occurring in the recently constructed building. That is mainly because of the materials we are using. In basic civil engineering, in the earlier semesters itself in civil engineering, we will be studying about the different materials, what should be the properties of materials, how to test the materials and all we will be studying. That almost all have forgotten as the days go by. So the very first problem that is arising is in bricks. The bricks, actually, we have to soak the bricks for 1 day, 24 hours before that is being used, because the unburnt bricks can be eliminated while doing so. But I think none of them is utilizing this practice nowadays. Likewise, instead of sand, we are using only M sand now. Problems are occurring in that also. And while choosing the cement, the proper quality of cement for the specific work is also not being carried out, and quality of steel, that is also not considered all the time. And over and above all, the main thing to be considered is the water. The water what we are going to use in the construction of the buildings, we are not at all worried. Whatever water is being available at the site, we are just utilizing. But that is not meeting out the exact needs of the building construction. So in order to avoid all the problems that is coming arising because of the materials, we have to test the materials. It is better to test the materials, each and everything what I have specified. If we are testing, we will be having a satisfaction. Random check may be done then and there in order to avoid the whatever damages or whatever errors that is going to arise in the building, that can be overcome by the testing of materials beforehand itself. So here I am showing some of the slides. Actually, this building, it was constructed only just in 2000. That is only 23 years has passed by. But you can see the pillar cracks in the pillar, and at the back side of the building, everywhere this crack is seen in the building. And just by touching with the hammer, the every plastering, the concrete layer, including the rod, it has come out. It has fallen away. Within 3 minutes, we were able to break down that pillar. So this problem, this has mainly arisen because of the water. In that water, particular water is having sulfur content. So it has created a very slow reaction in the building. And after, until this 20 years, there was no problem in the building at all. But now they are facing the problem like crack everywhere in the pillar, and the concrete layer itself is coming out of the pillar. It is spilling out. So this is mainly because of the water that was used. See the spalls from the concrete, and the flooring, weathering course has gone out like this. This is only because of the sulfur content in the water. So we should not think it is just only water. So we need not take care like that, thinking we should not have everything we should have in mind. And this type of problem, this is arising everywhere, not only in the bathroom areas, but also in the areas where we are having the rainwater seepage. This gives an ugly appearance. At the same time, it damages the walls also. This is spalling of plastic from the roof area. The bars are being shown. It is peeping out. In some areas, when the buildings are very close, we may not be able to plaster the outer wall. In those areas, as well as in places where the plastic is not done correctly, we are facing the peeling of plastered surface is coming out. And also wherever there is a chance for settlement, because the land may settle because of the weight that is coming over, That may be an equal settlement, even settlement, or uneven settlement. If the settlement is even, means the problem will not be too much. But if it is an uneven settlement, automatically cracks will be arising. That cracks will be found mainly in the sill level area, or in the plinth beam level, or in the roof level. So care should be taken to see that even while before construction itself, whether the land site is okay and the foundation is taken to the hard strata level without thinking for the overcast because of the depth of the foundation. We should see that the foundation is taken to the hard strata. And while selecting the fixtures also, we should take much care, because in all the materials, in the wooden doors or the steel doors or windows or tiles, plumbing fixtures and fittings, everything we should take care of. Otherwise, problem may arise in all the places. And next important thing is hiring the right team, because none of the workers in the field is having that truthfulness. Just academic majority of the people in the building construction work are found, because proper method of construction is not followed now. I'm sorry to say, in some places, even the masons are not carrying the straight edge plumb bob with them when the work is going on. The spirit level, plumb bob, straight edge, all the masons should have in their hand during the construction work. But sorry to say, many of the masons are not utilizing that, using that. Specifically while building walls, the straight edge is not used, plumb bob is not used. So the building walls, they are the even surface is not found because of the unevenness in the walls. The plastering thickness also varies. So this results in the damage of the wall as well as in the plastering. Because of this uneven wall, the thickness of the plaster, in some places it is very minimum, and in some places it is much more, and both causes damages to the building. And again, in concreting work, in PCC as well as in RCC, mainly in PCC, just they are dumping all the material like cement, sand, jelly, everything put together, and water is poured. Just they are doing a ramming for namesake. So concreting work is also not done to the expectation. And as I said earlier, plastering, because of the uneven surface of the wall, it is also not done properly. And the next important thing is, in order to minimize the rent they are giving for the shuttering works, farm works of the building, this shuttering is done at an earlier stage than that specified in IS book. Actually, as per IS, the farm work should be retained for 28 days, but no one is waiting till that date. At least it should be there for 14 days. Before 10 days, they are removing the farm work. And there is a method for removing the farm work if it is withdrawn at an earlier stage. That is like in cantilever construction, it should be removed from the support end. And for simply supported end, it should be removed from the end, and the center should be reached at the end. Till then, the prop should be there at least. Even though the farm work is removed, let it happen. But at least the farm work should be there till the end of 28 days as specified in IS. Next important thing is curing. The curing also, none of them bother to carry out the curing. Just for namesake, they are throwing the water on the wall or the plastered surface. So without curing, the actual strength of the construction materials will not be reached. And again, for whitewashing, the primer coat has to be given. For the primer coat, time should be left before the final painting work or touching work has to be done. So that is also not being carried out. And the painting for in almost all the works, all are expecting the money the income they are earning from the works, but no one is bothered about the actual quality of work. So quality is not maintained. So the painters also, they are for a particular quantity of paint, it should cover a particular area. But for namesake, they are painting, and they are actually covering the area in excess than the actual requirement. Thereby, the paint surface will be thinner than what is the quality has to be maintained. So there also peeling of the painting surface are coming out. And another thing is laying the tiles. Laying tiles, it is very, very important. Care should be taken, because in the next slide I have shown the tiles, it is actually coming out. This is mainly because of the laying of tiles was not properly done at the time of construction, because they want to finish up all the work in a day or two. So covering a larger area, concentration is not given for the proper packing of the tiles. And also the next slide, the dampness that creates the peeling of the whitewashed surface or plastered surface. So the workman, they should have the consciousness that quality should be maintained wherever, whatever work is being carried out, quality of work should be maintained. In rest of the things like electrification care should be taken to see that we may have the minimum wire requirement, we can minimize, but at the same time, it should satisfy our requirement. Having a prior plan for utilization of UPS and all, everything should be planned earlier, so that all work can be carried out before itself. That is, during the construction itself, every work is being carried out. Likewise, plumbing also. In plumbing, actually in person I have come across, I don't want to specify the brand name, the quality may be high, the cost is also high in some places, but it is not suiting the needs of our local conditions. So while selecting the plumbing materials also, we should see that the quality is maintained, at the same time it meets our requirement. And it is better we have the electrification and plumbing diagram. So in due course, we may be forgetting how the electrical lines are being laid in the building what we have constructed. So it is always better to have the electrification and plumbing diagram as we have our plan with us. And proper shunt shades are also necessary as we are constructing the house, because nowadays the rainfall is not regular, and the direction of the rainfall is also it is not predictable one. So in order to avoid or protect the specifically the doors, we should see that the proper sunshades are being given, and wherever necessary, the vertical shades are also being given in order to avoid the showers entering into the hall or building. And we have to use the proper materials based on the location where it is being located. And as I said earlier, true workmanship and truthness in work should be there, so that the dream house what we are expecting will satisfy our needs. And this is just a glimpse of journey that is going to happen in building a dream house. Hope whoever wants to construct a house, I have specified only a very minimum amount of work that is being carried out. But before constructing the house, see that each and every aspect of the building is being carried out, nook and corner. We are going through the details, planning, and as I had said earlier, proper documentation, planning stage by stage what we should do, where to get the materials, whom to select as the contractor or the builder, and entrusting the work, everything in black and white, the records to be maintained. And finally, we will be getting a house what actually we dream. So we should never underestimate the power of determination, and hard work never fails, and it will result in achieving our dreams. Hope I have utilized the time what I wanted to say, and many of you must have been in the field, so it may not be new for you, but just refreshing what all we have studied in diploma or degree in the beginning stage. I have given a glimpse view of it, so that the truthfulness, workmanship, what has gone be at our level, we may try to bring back, so that each and individual who are going to have, or who are aiming at the dream house may have satisfaction in their construction. Actually, I would like to add a point. We constructed a house in 2000. Even breaking up the honeycomb work that was built in the French in the portico, it was very difficult while doing the alteration work. But having constructed before 3 years, it is very easy to drive a nail into the wall. That is the quality of construction that is going on. So being hurt by that these types of work, I wanted to highlight these points for thought-provoking idea for all who are participating here. And I would like to thank you all for the opportunity given to me. Thank you.
Anybody having any doubts to clarify may raise their doubts.
I am VB Singh from Lucknow. I have one query to Madam.
Yes,
Madam, you have very well spoken and told us all the points to be taken care of during construction. But one thing I don't know, after some time, few of the buildings, they show efflorescence, that is saltpeter. And I have tried so many ways because I'm also a civil engineer. So people ask that what should I do to remove this saltpeter? But I have told them many things. But after some time, it again appears. So if you have some solution for treatment of saltpeter, which is shown after 10, 15 years of construction, so kindly tell us.
that is mainly because of what I have told, because of the materials or the workmanship, these types of problems are arising. But only going through the actual site condition, we can give a reply for that, sir.
No, after construction. I am telling you after construction. What should we do? That after say 15 years of construction, this efflorescences are seen, especially in bathrooms and anywhere where there is wet portion. What is there any treatment for that?
Recently, many chemicals are available, but as I had pointed out in the slide, because of the sulfur content only, the concrete surfaces had peeled out from the pillars. So the specific condition we have to go through. There are structural engineers. Even I am proud to say that one of my students is a leading consultant in the structural side in Salem. So like that, we can utilize the efforts of the experts to see the condition, why it is arising. The basic reason why it is arising, we have to find out first, and then the remedy can be carried out, sir.
No, reason is well known, because the bricks which were used in any construction, if they carry saltpeter, that is in North India, it is called ray. So if they carry ray with them, then that appears after some time, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. That is my experience. The reason is very clear, but its treatment is not. I think I have suggested many people about the chemicals, especially by Asian Paints and all that, but they are not effective. If you just put them and apply them and then distemper it, it will be good for 2 years. After that, again
at the maximum of 5 years, it holds good.
Yes.
After that, the problem is repeating. So only because of that, I have pointed out before construction itself, if we are looking at the quality and the workmanship, we can prevent such sort of defects. Only for that, I have highlighted that, sir. No other going, sir. Otherwise, we have to break that full area, redo the work, and then we have to do the finishing work, sir.
Right. No, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for enlightening us.
Is there any further queries, sir? Or shall we conclude?
I think none of them got.
Yeah. we conclude?
Yes, sir. We can conclude, sir.
Ma'am, thank you very much, ma'am, for highlighting what are the things to be taken care of while constructing a dream house. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to request the Honorary Secretary, IEI Salem Local Center, to propose vote of thanks. Ma'am, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am audible, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Most respected chief guest and keynote speaker, Dr. M. Geeta Kennedy, madam. Respected chairman, sir, and many respected engineers, professors, students from various organizations. Good evening to all. It's my privilege to propose vote of thanks in this great occasions Engineers Talk, a weekly online lecture series. This is the 36th topic. The topic is the From Blueprint to Dream House. On behalf of IEI Salem Local Center, it's my privilege and happy to propose vote of thanks to our guest, keynote speaker, Dr. M. Geeta Kennedy, madam, former principal, CSI Polytechnic College, Salem. The topic is very much useful to every one of us. It's madam is highlighted useful things. So it is necessary for all. So while constructing the home, we should have the thing what madam has highlighted all the points. Actually, many years before, it was very much strong. While the building is constructed, but nowadays only it is happening because madam, as madam said, unethical workmanship and the quality of the products only it is happening, I think. So we have to maintain some ethical in all field. We have to maintain the ethical things. So thank you so much, madam, for accepting our invitation and gracing the occasion with your warm presence. Thank you so much, madam. Then my special thanks to our honorable chairman, sir, Dr. K. Tangaraj, sir, for his constant support and guidance and a sincere effort in all IEI activities. I extend my sincere thanks to our engineer stock team members, Dr. R. Satish Kumar, sir, Dr. Kumaravel, sir, and Engineer N. Armugam, sir, Engineer K. S. Selvam, sir, for spend their valuable time and needed support always. My privilege to thank Engineer N. Armugam, sir, for his support always for conducting our webinar series and all IEA activities. I would like to thank sir is actually from all the way. Sir is thank you so much, sir. I also wish to express my gratitude to Mr. Tyagu for arranging all the events in successful way. I also wish to express my gratitude to all the eminent engineers, fellow members, professors, and students for their kind cooperation to make this event fruitful. Once again, I thank you all to make this webinar successful. Thank you so much, madam. Thank you so much.